you want to just hinder nerd out?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah.
Hindered.
So just all take our pants off and fucking nerd out.
Let us gingerly touch our tips.
I mean, if that's the way we gotta go, I mean,
You're really committing to this.
no, dude, I'm down. Here, okay.
You son, what are you stupid? All right, well.
So,
They can't see your legs, so you're good. They can see his legs.
I'm actually taking my pants down.
All right, everybody. Well, Will is doing this with his pants off.
Yeah, and
Sibilance.
All right, so we're talking about now.
Hey there, hinder nerds. Do you want to hinder nerd out with us?
Yeah, we got quite the herd here today for you guys.
The hinder herd.
The hinder herd.
We've got all sorts of stuff. We've got XM18 3.5s. We got half tracks. We got Maximuses. We got it all. We got some autos in here.
Nevis.
Yeah, of course. Will, since most of these are from your personal collection, why don't you lead us in? What would you like to start out with here?
Well, so no flips given, or
Yeah,
no
so
flips.
Great place to start. Yeah.
We'll start with the Hinderer Knives. Nevis?
That'll work.
Super good, underrated Balisong, actually. These all
like
titanium sandwich construction, S35 blade in a Spanto. Actually, really good blade length on there. I mean, it's, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Really good blade length, very stabby.
Yeah.
No major issues with them. You know, when I got these, there were a couple of things that were wrong. This one, when I got it, this is a Gen 2. I got it, had aftermarket pivots on it. I sent it back to Hinderer, and along with this one for the latch, because I didn't have a latch with this one, because people take them off and lose them. And so they just got this back after a brief interlude at the ranch, and yeah. This one is kind of a daily driver. This one's set up more for EDC, pocket clip, latch, working finish, so it doesn't show getting beat up in my pocket as bad. But, you know, super good knife. Really good balance on these. I mean, it's they're actually very underrated.
What do you think of that compared to like a 42 or an 85 or something like that?
It's not. It's going to be closer to an 85.
Yeah.
Only on bushings. This is bushings, and 85, of course.
I didn't mean like directly across, but like as a seasoned, you know, Bally owner and flipper, like would you rank those?
Well, I love the 42.
Yeah.
But the box stock 42 running on washers. Yeah, it's going to have, you know, it's not going to have the tolerances. You know, this zero handle play. You know, there's no tap. You're going to have handle play and tap on a 42. You go to the 85, you're dealing with the bushings, with the bearings compared to the bushings that are in this, and these were tuned by Rick Hinderer himself. He's the only one that works on the Balisongs at Hinderer, which is why it took so long for me to get them back.
Almost a year?
It was a little longer than that.
Well, there you go.
But hey, no harm, no foul. They got them back to me, and they did exactly what I wanted, and they're perfect.
Yeah.
So, you know, super happy.
A bunch of swag too, huh?
Oh, sent me a bunch of swag. Yeah. The hat I'm wearing currently, hoodies, t-shirts, coffee mug.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Right on.
They hooked it up, and they sent it out second day air.
Nice.
Which is okay. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
You know.
I could have waited a few more days.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a year and a half. I mean, I'm good, you know, but...
Oh, was it Blade Show 2 years ago?
It was Blade Show last year that I talked to them, and they'd had them for over 6 months at that point.
All right, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, because I was like, hey, by the way.
Yeah, let's get my timeline a little mixed up there.
He's like, oh, that freak in Alaska, we need to get the shit out of the door.
Yeah, we need to get this shit out the door. But, you know, put an edge on them, sharpen them up. They're just in great shape. The
let's see the bevels on this guy.
Yeah.
Bevel.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty fucking perfect.
Yep.
There's, I mean, is it tipped a little bit?
That's from
Is it? Yeah, it'd been from me then.
Yeah. Maybe just a touch, but yeah, that's pretty fucking...
I haven't dropped it.
It's pretty fucking textbook right there.
Yep.
Nice.
Then, so we have that, and then the Gen 3, which has got the texturing, which is classic Hinderer style checkering texturing. In stonewash blue with a stonewash blade. And this one, again, is just dead mint.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty clean.
Super clean. The one thing I will say, and this is just, from my own experience, EDCing Hinderers, working finish. When I first got into Hinderers, working finish was my jam because it was the closest to Battle Black I could get without having Battle Black.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of a Battle Black nerd.
Well, who isn't? I mean,
super good finish. But the only problem is with the porosity of this finish, they will, with pocket sweat and everything else, show spotting. So you need to keep an eye on it.
Been a working finish fan.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's one of my least
My
favorite
very
finishes.
first Hinderer is this one right here in working finish.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's all great.
Yeah.
But it's my least favorite finish for sure.
Yeah, and I get that.
Yeah.
I like it, but if I was, any further knives that I get, they will all either be stonewash or gonna be,
I wouldn't mind getting my hands on some Battle Green.
The Battle Green is sick.
Pretty dope.
It's pretty fucking dope.
All right, well,
that's the Balisongs.
Let's just go in line here. Let's move on to the worst knife that Hinderer makes here.
Oh, come on.
Be the Maximus.
The Battle Black Maximus?
I mean,
dagger blade?
You have a cool setup here, no doubt. Obviously, you did copper and Battle Black, which is a fucking phenomenal combination. But this just happens to be the worst knife that they make, in my opinion.
Yep, well, and you're allowed your opinion.
Yeah, even though it's wrong.
Even though it's wrong.
It's double-edged. Oh, yes, that's...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's such a bad
It's better than the bayonet grinds they make, though, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't make the double edge anymore. They only are producing the bayonet grind. So this is an earlier one. This is also one pre the tri-pivot.
Mm-hmm.
This is just on Teflon.
Yeah, if you tune it right, Teflon's not bad.
Oh, Teflon's nice.
I still prefer bearings. I know I might get some shit for that.
I prefer bearings too.
They're just better.
I'm not gonna argue.
They're just
they
better.
are. They are.
Yeah.
Really well tuned and polished bronze
Is
nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
But if I've got a choice, I'm gonna go bearings.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's, in my opinion, a cool one. Not an Alistair's, but Alistair's
this is a good one as far as the Maximus goes, but I still don't like them.
Yeah. Well, and this one is S20.
20 CV.
20 CV. Sorry, not
S20, William.
Dude,
It's your first
I'm
time.
a fucking casual, dude. It's okay. Don't worry about me. My mama told me I'm special.
Filthy.
All right, so
Filthy
moving
casual.
on here, we don't have any XM18 3 inches, but we do have a half track, which I am digging, man.
Yeah.
Little pink custom Cerakote pink scale on
Well,
that.
I mean, this is not necessarily your knife.
It's my wife's knife. So. That being said, I've been using this today, and I like it. I would absolutely love to get my hands on a full track.
Yes.
The only one I've ever had the chance to buy was an S35, and I passed on it because of that. But if I can get one of the newer ones that are coming out now, man, I would be pretty stoked on that. But this is a fucking bitchin' little knife. Usually it's a little small, would be a little small for me, but like it is just
Actually,
great.
I kind of like the form factor of the half track.
Yeah.
I actually do. I mean, if you're going to be carrying this around with you, you just need a knife. I mean, what are we using knives for every day?
Yeah.
Are we, batoning through logs to build a fire in the woods? Fuck no, dude. You're going to open up a box, or like some stupid plastic packaging on the fucking, sausage pack that you got that you want to stuff in your gaping maw.
Yeah, exactly.
Or your stripping cabling and cutting cord.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or cutting cables, which I do too. Or cutting wire.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't unfortunately bring my Project X with me today, which is, in my opinion, the
you
perfect
should've.
size. I
Doesn't
really should have. I don't know
Doesn't
what.
exist.
You've all seen it. It exists.
Doesn't exist.
It exists. You've seen it. I have it on like every live stream.
I was gonna be like, it's like a penis. I've never seen it unless it doesn't exist.
All right.
I know you've brought it every live stream, Alistair.
All right, you want a pocket dump, boys? Here we go.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's like a baby arm holding an apple.
And Spanto's
like
also
an
not my
apple holding
favorite
a
blade,
baby?
but
Not mine either.
Harpoon Spanto.
The Harpoon Spanto is
I'll
okay.
I'll have me some poons.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
No, I mean, I've
So
got
you're saying it's a
one
Pranto?
Spanto here. So further down, we'll go with my very first one.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that is a pretty
Battle
clean-
Bronze.
Yeah.
You can't really tell it's right now in the color and everything because it's probably a little oily, and if I was to rub it with some acetone or Windex, it would pop up more to the Battle Bronze. Titanium Battle working finish, titanium hardware on it. Pretty simple, straightforward setup.
That's kind of nice, though. You know what
yeah,
I mean? It's simple, but it's fucking
clean.
It's nice.
Yeah, that's my very first one. That's what Alistair, when he got me hooked on these silly things.
Yep.
And this is
God damn it,
completely his
Alistair.
fault.
What's this one?
That one's my favorite.
That is the crown fucking jewel. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, that's
So-
my favorite.
Let's see it.
All
Why
right,
is it
I'll-
the crown jewel?
So Battle Black, no choil, slicer blade,
I just got a red thinking of that.
titanium scales. So it's just the two-piece titanium on this, and copper, which is patinaing nicely. Copper
Yeah.
hardware.
This is a rare beast, though. Battle Black, no choil, slicer, Battle Black scale. I mean, that's peak Hinderer right
I mean,
there.
I've got lots
Okay,
of knives
so now-
that don't have a choil.
It's because you sharpen them past the choil. It's not the same thing.
It is.
It really is.
I
But
don't think so.
here's the thing, and this is where I differ from a number of people in the Hinderer community. To me, this is the appropriate build. This is Hinderer built the way it should be,
Yeah.
the way I like it.
Who disagrees with that?
The people that put the steel flame
Oh,
big
yeah.
gobbledygooks and
big
they
veiny
have all
horse
the
crack
crazy fucking the
Pocket
Filler
blade.
tabs.
the tabs and
Yeah.
the clips.
Yep.
And and then all the really highfalutin
I don't
stuff.
like the BP Battlefield pickups and stuff.
I
I'm
don't
not a
have
huge
one.
Fan. Yeah.
I
For the cost.
For the
It's
cost-
gonna be a no.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a no for me. Yeah.
Okay. What's the is it the what do they call it? The Battle Wolf or the Battle Dog? What the hell? They do one with the paw print on
Yeah.
it. It's
Yeah.
kind of a BPU
Yeah.
setup. I don't mind the BPU ones. They do carry a little more collector value on the secondary market.
for sure. But like, I'm not buying knives to sell them.
No, I'm carrying them
I'm
around
buying
and
the shit to use, yeah.
But I mean, if one was to sell, you would probably be able to command a slightly higher price.
Well, of course.
For such
And
a-
like, if I could find one for a good price, sure.
Yeah.
But like, I would much rather,
I'm-
hunt down some Battle Black or Battle Green.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
these two scales here on this is also a titanium Battle Black scale. Both of these I waited 2 years for them to come up on stock.
You were waiting forever.
Forever.
For those. Yeah.
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 Because I bought this was the second one I ever bought was this one. Again at northernknives.com.
531 East Fifth Avenue.
531 East
Anchorage,
Fifth Avenue. I picked that one up here.
That was what, blue G10 on that at first, right?
It was blue G10.
Yeah,
Yeah. And honestly, this is probably my favorite blade design, the no choil slicer.
It's the way.
Now, I could possibly be swayed towards a no choil slicer skinny.
Yeah.
I could see that.
The skinnies
And
are-
the hollow grind, I'm not going to get all, because it's
Yeah.
not a crazy hollow grind on those.
Yeah, it's pretty light.
It's really
Yeah.
light. I could see that, right up there. But if I was to pull a second one, it's going to be this one, which
Yeah.
is the swedged drop point. Now, that's not one that's a standard one for production from the ranch. That one they make exclusively for DLT, which they are actually having a release on that particular blade style right now. I think they might be sold out,
I'm
but
sure they are.
they're going to be all in either 20 CV or M390, which this is M390. This is 20 CV. Yeah.
Yes, 20. Yes.
Oh God, I'm gonna punch you low
In the
and
back
in
of
the
the head.
wiener. And these are two of my favorites. I really, really like how those came out as far as the build. They're very similar, of course, with the copper hardware and the Battle Black. But yeah,
Yeah, you really got a thing for copper here, man.
I like copper.
I do too. I
Because
can't
it
blame you.
patinas.
Yeah, I can't blame you.
It sets up a patina beautifully.
What's yeah, you want to bust into that guy?
Yeah,
Whole
we
different beast here compared to what
No,
I've been looking at.
where we could go here if we're talking
That's kind of
copper.
what I was thinking. Let's stick with copper.
So, and again,
some 18s.
this is a 3.5 with the swedged
Yeah.
drop point. Again, one of my favorite blade styles for them. And then the copper scale,
Yeah.
titanium copper hardware through here, and then the stainless hardware on this side, just to kind of give a.
It looks. I like how you did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good kind of.
Still went with the
dichotomy
copper of the back.
That was the
spacers.
right choice. Yeah.
Yeah, super fun there. Again, I'm just waiting for it to patina some more. I run it around in my pocket, and I know guys that'll do the force patina on their knives, and the shipwrecking is kind of cool. I think that's the kind of force patina I can get behind.
I don't know if I do it on that though. I mean,
on this,
you
no,
know, I love shipwrecking, but
no.
I don't think I would do it. On
No.
Yeah.
I'm going straight natural patina
Yeah.
on it, and because when a natural patina develops, like this hardware here, you can see, it darkens almost like a penny.
And it just, especially here, it goes with the battle black
Yeah.
so nicely.
Yeah.
When a patina's like that, it just looks fucking amazing.
But again, copper hardware. One thing to remember: if you're fucking around with copper hardware, don't over torque your fucking
Oh yeah,
screws.
those heads will.
You'll snap
Pop right
them
off.
right the fuck off,
Yep.
and then you're going to be having to buy other hardware, and
Yep.
hopefully it's not your pivot, because then you got to
Yeah.
send it back, because these you cannot get but
Yep.
from the ranch, and you got to send it to them. They
Yep.
will not send them to you. They say, from what I'm to understand, they fit these.
Yeah.
So if they're fitting them,
Yeah.
they're not going to just hand them out to you.
Yeah.
You know, that's one proprietary part that you cannot just find an aftermarket or, one of the accessory points
Yeah.
in their catalog.
All right, well, I think we
So-
got one more manual XM18 on the table right here. Let's hit that up.
You've got, that one there.
Yep. So this is a little bit of a different beast. You guys can see there's no little pocket pecker on the back right there. So that is going to be. I actually think it's far superior.
I kind of like, now here's the thing. For years owning Hinderers, could I use a thumb stud to open the fucking knife?
It took you a while.
Yeah.
It took you a while.
Do you know why?
Because you're a little pussy?
Nope.
Why is that?
Because I was always holding it and
pressing
pushing on the lock bar.
Of course, yeah, of
And
course.
so if you're sitting there like you're gonna
Yeah.
flip it this way and you got
Yeah.
your fingers on the lock bar, yeah, good luck getting that fucker open.
It also is it's a tough detent on there.
It is a tough
Yeah.
detent. The thing I learned about it is that if you just put your index finger on the back of the pivot,
Sure.
and hold your hand back, I still can't do it.
There
we
you
go.
There you go. But it's especially open. I just think, honestly, too, especially with the Bowie, that is such a the lines are so clean.
No, that one is
It's
that's
phenomenal.
money.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Are you just here to mock both of us, Dakota? Is that what you're doing today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I run
Okay.
the infrastructure
No. We're
market.
just nerding out now.
Well, let's hit up this last 24, and then we'll move on to some eclipses here. Yeah. Why don't
Okay.
you pop that boy open for us, Dakota? Another wacky blade shape, Warncliffe.
The Warncliffe.
And that is
Very
actually
pokey.
That's a skinny 24.
Yep.
Which
you can tell by the
know,
scales.
I love a good chunky 24. Like that is money, but the skinny 24 is something about it. It just feels right.
That's
Like,
a little thinner.
the skinny
Yeah.
XM18s I think are too thin for me, but a skinny 24 is nice.
Yeah, I think you're right on that regard.
And then this is this? No, we got some more Stonewash Bronze, but Stonewash Bronze is probably my favorite of like their standard finishes, without going like Battle Black or whatever.
Yep.
I love it. I think it's.
I do
it's
like the
great.
Stonewash Blue,
That is nice.
but it is
Yeah,
a
it's
bit
nice.
garish. Dare I say?
Garage.
I mean, it pops more.
yeah.
It is not a naturally occurring color such as a bronze or
Yeah,
a copper
yeah.
or a black, in my opinion. But it definitely pops. If
Yeah.
you want to make a statement,
Yeah.
that is.
It's true.
Although I mean, just the plain straight stonewash titanium, such as what's on that automatic, I like as well.
Oh, I love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that at all. Well, let's
So where are we going?
let's go to that eclipse, man.
We're going to the eclipse.
Yeah, let's go to the eclipse.
I'm gonna pull this one aside.
Yeah.
Donk donk.
Donk donk. And
You
the
should
auto.
do the other flipper.
Oh,
Let's do that guy,
okay.
What the fuck is
and then
that?
we'll move to autos after that.
So stonewash bronze eclipse,
Out here.
drop point, copper
Oh.
hardware.
The people at home. can't
Again,
see it.
see, I keep doing that. Sorry. Stonewash bronze, drop point, copper hardware. This one is actually my only eclipse right now. I fucking love the eclipse. There's something about the handle, the way it fits in your hand. I love the the XM18.
Yeah.
And that fits really good too. But I just the eclipse just kind of.
I like the eclipse. It's the XM18 I definitely prefer. And too bad I don't have a Jurassic out here because that thing
That's
is killer.
money.
Yeah, but I do love the eclipse, but it's got to be the XM18 for me. And then we got a couple autos here, guys.
Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, that's. I feel like that eclipse
Another
has a
drop
little
point.
more. Yeah, another drop point. I feel like that has a little more oomph than the XM18 autos.
Really?
I felt. Yeah.
This does.
And maybe
I don't
just
know.
haven't-
This thing snaps like a.
Maybe I just haven't opened one up in a while, but I
It
just feel like it's
kind of feels like a ProTech.
kind of, yeah. It's
Yeah.
really snappy.
The XM18 autos we got in, it was just like,
Yeah.
and these are, yay.
But yeah,
Again, this
so-
one is also here at the shop.
Yes.
You have that one for sale.
We do have that one for
We've
sale.
got these two.
Yeah,
this one.
these three are for sale at northernknives.com right now.
Right now?
This one is right now.
Right now?
Yeah, this was my wife's. The rest are from Will's collection here.
Okay. My auto. I got this right after they came out.
You had it that
or
long?
Soon after,
Yeah,
within like 6 months
Okay.
of the release.
Yeah.
And I bought it here.
Yeah.
When you guys got them.
Yep.
Not the first batch that Lori came
Yeah,
back from
those are-
Blade Show with.
Yeah.
But got
next
this, and
run.
then I just modified it with stonewashed bronze titanium
Yeah,
hardware.
it looks great.
Yeah, just a little pop on there. Probably could use a little Windex to make it pop a little more.
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. Here, you feel that and
it
tell me which one is snappier. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's got a little something in
No,
there. This is
no.
not bad. That's like,
No,
not
no,
that that's
that's-
weak or anything.
Yeah, no. The within about the first
You're like,
month.
oh, yes, no, yes.
the first month that I had this, again with the Hinderer autos, somebody asks you for, hey man, you got a pocket knife? Don't give them one of these.
Yeah, because
It'll
it's
right
gonna
out
go.
of their
It's
fly
gonna
of
jump
their
out of their fucking
Yep.
hand, and he
Yep.
dropped it onto the floor at the
Uh-huh.
brewery.
Yep.
Now we have concrete floors,
Yeah.
so it kind of fuckered up the edge on my knife, which
Uh-huh.
Lori very graciously and wonderfully fixed
Yeah.
for me. Not to where you could even tell it had ever even happened, but it happened, and I was not happy with my coworker.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, he's also I should have known better because he's also the one known for dropping trays of drinks on customers.
Oh, that
and-
sounds fun.
Yeah, that's why he no longer waits tables there.
Yeah.
He's the sales guy now. He
Nice.
now goes out and sells beer to bars.
And then this is your job knife, right?
My job knife?
yeah, let's
Yeah,
move
you
on to
carry
the,
it.
Okay,
the final
so
piece.
right
here,
on
guys.
final
Yeah.
piece. And that's the K-bar, double black handle.
Kabar. Go ahead. set
No,
it on
I'm
the
not
table.
gonna. Lori
It's
will
been
punch-
done.
No, she won't.
It's been done.
It's
No.
been done.
She'll never know. As long as she doesn't
And now,
watch this.
clunk.
Yeah, it would probably be fine, to be honest.
Nope. And look, 3V blade.
Yeah, I'd be more about the
Yeah,
table.
the table's gonna
Yeah,
take
then-
more of a
yeah,
hit. Full tang construction, aluminum guard, and I mean it's full tang on the guard too.
Yeah.
So this is just kind of for
I love that
comfort.
it's just all kind of like modular. Like you can take it
Yep.
apart piece by piece,
Yep.
and it's just a super cool design.
Screw on the back on the
Yeah.
pommel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all set up to where you can have it apart.
Yeah, that's fucking
and
sweet.
and they put the finger
Nice
choil
choil.
on there.
Yeah.
Now I'm not so sure how useful that
It
is. I mean, if you're getting in there, kind of
yeah.
pushing on it, but I love a K-bar.
Who doesn't?
It's a classic fucking
That's
American
just-
fighting
that's
knife.
the ultimate K-bar right there.
Yeah, and in my opinion, that is the best K-bar.
Yeah, 100%.
The only thing I would have done different, and had it been here at the shop at the time when I picked this one up, is with the Battle Black blade.
Yes.
But I do like the 3V and the
Yeah.
satin, stonewashed satin finish on it.
It's pretty.
They're balanced nice. I mean, that's a meaty knife.
You've used it.
Only a little.
Yeah, see, I'm shocked you actually used it. Anyone who buys these never fucking uses them.
Yeah. Well, Maddie used his, but what are you gonna do? All right, guys. Well,
Why
that
wouldn't you-
is.
These knives are meant to be used.
I
that's
know.
the
I know
goal.
the collectors like to collect them, and yeah, I am a collector, but the idea is to collect them and then be able to
They're also
change them
very
and flip them in
fun
your
to
pocket.
use,
Yeah,
that's the
dude.
thing.
You too can catch them all.
Yeah, you did. God damn it.
All right, guys. Well, this has been just an overview of a little bit of Hinderer here, some of Will's kick-ass collection. He has nice stuff to share with us, and a little bit that's available at the shop right now. If you have any other questions or about Hinderer or anything at all, drop it in the comments. We'll get back to you guys, and
Or come down to the shop and talk
yeah,
to us.
yeah, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode of No Flips Given.